let's start off with that first half, Vance, because there was a sequence when Nebraska gets down in the red zone. They're trying to punch it in. And you've been talking about a young fella on Michigan's defense along the defensive line. He keeps flashing in games, Vance. And I'm talking about young number 94, Kris Jenkins.
Yeah.
Now, this is a defensive lineman that he was an end in high school, around 240 pounds. He's put on some mass since he's been at Michigan, and you can definitely see the strength there, Vance.
Well, to me, he hasn't flashed for me. He's been playing good football the entire year. I mean, we keep talking about our defensive end play, but those guys in the interior, no one has actually run the football on us this entire year inside. And if you can control the line of scrimmage with those two guys inside, look out, because I think the defense can continue to carry the football team and win some ball games. And the offense each week has gotten better and better and better. So I'm excited for this football team. I'm going back to what I said to the fans in the stands. Get out them seats and start cheering these boys on. I told you from the first game of the year, these boys are ready to play. Go blue. That's right.
And so this is where we see number 94.
Oh, my goodness. Man, he punched that guy like he was mad at somebody. He knocked him straight back, stood him up. He's taking on double team. That's outstanding. So now your linebackers are free to the football. And if he can do that throughout the year, you have 2 first-team all-conference linebackers because he actually makes this play. He doesn't necessarily get a statistic, but he makes the play because he destroys the offensive line. And this is outstanding football play by the Michigan defensive line. And my hat's off to the defensive line coach. Oh, my goodness. That's embarrassing. If I was that kid, offensive lineman, I wouldn't even go to the sideline. I'd go straight into the doggone locker room and have some Gatorade to the second half started. Wow. He took him to the woodshed, and he's still taking him. He flew all the way back to Ann Arbor, probably still spanking him. Wow, what a play.
That young fella. And see, you were looking for not only some starters to really emerge as playmakers, right? So Mozzie Smith and Chris Hinton have been playing good football. But those guys, Vance, you coach defenses, those big fellas, they can't play every snap. You got to rotate those guys in, and you want to be able to do it without any drop-off. And that's, for the most part, what Michigan's been able to do this year.
You know, I've been watching Alabama and Georgia for the past 5 years. When you watch those teams play, they don't play just 4 guys up front. They rotate a bunch of people in because in the fourth quarter, your best players need to be fresh. You can't play a defensive lineman 300-pounder 75 plays a game. And right now, what you're seeing in Michigan defense, they are building depth. So if a guy goes down, there's not much drop off. So if we can continue to do that till we get ready to play the big boys, I'm excited about this defense and this football team right now.
Yeah, man. That's big time stuff. And it was like that. It was like that the whole first half, Vance. You know, we see these guys making plays, and the guy that you've been raving about, another guy you've been raving about all season, is number 30.
Yes,
Dax Hill continues to look like the pro that I think, and this was a tremendous individual play, Vance. I mean, I was like, man, this a guy Vance Bedford wants to coach right here.
Yes, it is.
Rid of the mute there.
What you see is great. He's from nickelback position. He keys the quarterback. Great break on the ball. He tips the ball up to himself. What an outstanding individual play. But again, a smart football player. As you look at this young man, he can play several positions: corner, nickelback, safety. You like those type of players as a pro coach. This is a great view right here. Again, he's reading the quarterback's eyes, undercuts the receiver, tips the ball up to himself. You can't ask for anything more than that. That's called great concentration. I mean, we need to see more plays like that from other players in the secondary right now as we get ready to make a big run in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, so much responsibility put on his shoulders. He is big in run support. He's big in their blitz game. And then you can put him in man-to-man on. I mean, that's the toughest. Look, man, covering that slot, guys can get a two-way go. I mean, you got to be able to deal with quickness. You got to have speed. You got to have some strength. You got to have all the tools to be able to cover over that slot there, Vance.
They really do. They asking Dax to do a lot of things in their defense, and so far, he's done a tremendous job. But again, you have to have some awareness. Look at his eyes, Kenny, quarterback. Watch the break on the ball. His hands, thumbs together as he on the ground. Watch him concentrate on the ball coming down. What a great play.